It's all good. Don't worry about
How many other people are you interviewing?
it. Just you.
Okay.
Anyway, hello, Mac.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for sitting down to do this interview with me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I love to.
So, just for the record, can we get your first and last name and how to spell it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Mack Stevens, Mack space Stevens.
And what is your title at Arkansas State? What's your classification?
Oh, so I'm a student. I'm a senior, and I'm majoring in electrical engineering.
And you're a very big proponent of the BCM Naked Guys. Is this correct?
Yes, I do. I do the BCM Naked Guys. I've done it since freshman year, so all 4 years I've been here. Yeah.
So, could you just explain a little bit of what the Naked Guys are?
Yeah, I guess. So Naked Guys are, I guess whether the BCM's Naked Guys is the official title, but we're pretty much the guys that paint up for the football games. Sometimes they'll be for other athletic events. I know they've done basketball before, stuff like that, but football's the main thing, the big thing, and we just go wild, I guess is how you do it, cheering on the Rebels and stuff like that.
Nice. So tell me about the first time that you painted up.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any memorable experiences from, or maybe it doesn't have to be the first time, or just any memorable experiences that you have?
So the first time we did it, it was freshman year, and then, so my roommate and I, actually all three of us did, or no, not my roommate. Let's see, Wade was one. Anyways, but I'll just say some memorable experiences. Yeah, so a few times I can think of are, a big thing I like to do is, we don't really harass the players or anything on the opposite team because we are right beside them on their sidelines, but one thing I really like to do is try to make friends with one, or a few guys by the end of the game, because not everybody's playing that's on the sidelines, and so one time there was a guy from Coastal Carolina. He was the kicker, and he was kicking, but he was outside of their box they have to stay in, and so he was in the way of the cheerleaders at Arkansas State, but not really, and so they're hey, can you move? And so it kind of became a little ordeal, that he had to move. But so we all started cheering for him, saying let him kick. We were let him kick, let him kick. But he had to move anyways, and so that was a pretty sad moment. Another thing I can think about is there was a guy that was trash talking us the whole game, but eventually he realized we had no ill intent, and so to reconcile everything at the end, I was hey, blue or red? And he was I don't know what you mean. I was blue or red? I'm gonna get you a Gatorade. And he said red, and I was all right, I got you. And so I think they came back from halftime, and I bought him a Gatorade. I tossed it to him. I don't know if that's legal or not. But I did it anyways.
So how does the painting up process happen?
Oh yeah. So for painting up, we meet 3 hours beforehand, which is a long time, but it does take a bit for everyone to agree on a word to spell or a phrase, and then the paint will take a little bit to dry because it is a full upper body paint, and so you don't want it to bleed together. But yeah, so we'll meet about 3 hours beforehand, and we'll decide on a word, and then we'll have a few ladies from the BCM, a few girls from BCM students, and they'll help paint up because none of the dudes that do paint up are very artistic. I feel there's a reason that it's sectioned off like that. We're wild. They're the ones that paint up. And so we'll do that, and it just takes a little bit. We'll be here, we'll hang out, and then we'll walk over to the game about an hour beforehand. So I guess, yeah. So I guess the process only takes about 2 hours, but we'll walk over about an hour before. We'll get to the gates an hour before, and just hang out there, and then have a great time.
Good. Do you know how many times you have painted up throughout your career?
I don't, but I will say I've only missed 3 games, I think. Yeah. 2 have been this year. Or no, 1 has been this year.
Mm-hmm.
2 were last year.
Wow. Very, very impressive record.
Yeah, sorry about it.
So what do you think that the Naked Guys bring to Red Bulls games?
Yeah. I hope it brings a lot of intensity, like a lot of positive, I don't know, positive energy. I don't know if that's like a thing. But yeah, that's a really cool thing. After the game, I know like which it may just be for the whole student section, but all the players will come and like give us high fives and stuff. And so I really like that. But we like to think, or I've talked to a few people sometimes, like if it's like real cold out or something and like Rebels aren't doing well, like we like to think the coaches are like, yo, the Naked Guys are out there freezing off, you know? And so we hope that brings a little inspiration to the team, seeing us over there. But
yeah. So what do you think that the Naked Guys bring to A-State as a whole?
Oh yeah. I hope that not really like a face of A-State, but more just kind of like represents like a unity kind of thing, like a spirit for the school. Because yes, there's a spirit squad and like all the athletic programs, but really just like the Naked Guys, it's more of like a volunteer. It's just a group of students getting together and cheering on the Red Wolves, which is the student section and stuff. But you know, painting up is just like is different. I want to say it's like next level, you know, but it is just different. It adds a little spice to it.
So what does Arkansas State University mean to you?
Oh yeah, I really like Arkansas State. I've met so many people here that I really like, because it is, you know, university. You do get your degree and stuff, but just the way I've grown through people here at the MBCM, like people I've met with Naked Guys and stuff like that, but also just through classes and like professors I've met and just kind of the stuff I've learned, you know, educational wise, but also like just relationship wise, and like a big component for me is like spiritually, stuff like that. I've grown a lot, not just in what I know, but also, you know, just as a person.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of being a Naked Guy?
Wow. I don't know if I have a favorite part. I think one big thing that is kind of cool is you kind of get like a camaraderie kind of thing, and it's like a challenge sometimes, like if it is like a cold game or if it is like a wet game and you don't like want to be out there kind of thing, but you know, like all these other guys are lined up doing it with you, look down the road and you're like, you know, paint's running off and like getting wet and everything, and you're like freezing, and then you look back and like student section's back there, and it's like it is just that sense of like unity, of like kind of like a team spirit, like a camaraderie kind of thing. I really like that. Yeah, and just kind of like the bonds formed with that.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite part of the BCM?
Oh yeah, BCM. Again, I think meeting people and like having a fellowship like that. MBCM being a ministry on campus, it is a lot of like spiritual stuff, because there's one thing to, you know, have friends and stuff, but there's another thing to like be like for the body of Christ and like building each other up in that way. It goes a lot deeper than just a friendship, you know. It's a lot more intense because it's an eternal impact, hopefully on, you know, yourself and other people, and getting like tellers about that.
Mm-hmm. And what is your favorite part of like anything on Arkansas State's campus?
Oh man. I don't know. I just enjoy it as a whole, like just the experience I've had from like freshman year till now. It's been really good. I would say if I had to think of one thing that always kind of sparks a bit of joy is Dr. Danfus, and just seeing him around campus, you know. And like even at the games, last game he had on like his fedora and like trench coat, and I'm like that's a guy right there, Dr. Danfus. I really like him.
He sure is.
Yeah. And guess that's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mac, so much for doing this for me. I'm supposed to shake your hand.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Appreciate it.
Mhm.